Okay, welcome everybody to a class on participles. Now I really want to explain what a participle is today, and it's very easy to mix up a participle with a finite verb, and this is partly because of the way different grammar guides use different terms, quite often inconsistently. One grammar guide uses the word participle to only refer to a non-finite verb form, and other ones use the word participle to refer to finite verb forms as well. So it can get a little bit confusing. But for the sake of this course, I want you to remember that participle is a non-finite verb form, or I will always use the word participle to refer to non-finite verbs, and I'll use the word verb to refer to finite verbs. For me, a verb always has a doer, and I think that that's the best way to understand a finite verb. It's a word that has a doer, whereas a participle does not have a doer. It describes a noun, but it does not have a doer. And so we're going to find out what a participle is by looking at what a participle isn't. So what isn't a participle? Let's have a look first of all at some examples that we have already seen on this course. We have already seen the following example. The boy called Simon, told him the news and asked for help. Now, what is that? Is it, at the moment, I would argue the way it's punctuated at the moment, we are saying that the boy called Simon did two things. The boy called Simon, told him the news and asked for help. Yeah, that's what it means when you don't have any commas in it. But if we do this, the boy called Simon, maybe he gave him a call, maybe he rang him, he phoned him. The boy called Simon, told him the news and asked for help. Now I would put another comma in here for the Oxford comma. That one's called the Oxford comma, but they use it in the US and in Australia and in Canada as well. And in most books, I see that comma there. And it's the comma before the fanboys word in a list. Yeah, we've seen this already on this course. And so it's really important to know what kind of word is called, because if it's a participle, that means that this part is describing the boy, and it's not an action. It's not what the boy did. Yeah, it means the boy, his name is Simon. The boy called Simon. Yeah, the boy who was called Simon. That's what that means if it's a participle. And if it's a participle, we definitely need to remove the commas, because we're saying the boy, Simon, did two things. He told him the news and asked for help. So what you can see here, what I'm trying